Hello, welcome or welcome back. I am Erin, part of EJG222, and today I'm crocheting a new sweater. It's more like a button-up shirt. I'm crocheting it for my husband. I've never actually successfully made him anything because I have this critical condition where I start something and I finish it 90% of the way, and then I never finish it because I get too excited about another project. So, with that being said, I am doing this, I want to call it a Pisces Venus sweater, crochet, button up, whatever. Because, well, my husband is a Pisces Venus, and I'm a Gemini Venus, actually, which this entire time, actually the whole reason I'm crocheting this sweater to begin with, is I thought this entire time that I was a Taurus Venus. Now, going from a Taurus Venus to a Gemini Venus, earth-shattering. But I actually had my birth time wrong this entire time. So this entire time I thought I was born at 6 a.m. when in reality I was born at 6:30 a.m. and it changed my birth chart drastically, but in such a good way where when it first changed I was a little skeptical. But now actually diving more into my chart and seeing all of the differences, I just resonate with it so much more than when it was at 6 a.m. And it's just crazy how a 30-minute difference can make you, you know? But all that being said, I was just curious, and you know how they always say that you need to dress for your Venus sign to be more, I guess, magnetizing. I was looking up a bunch of Gemini Venus things and, you know, like styles for Gemini Venus, all things like that. I resonate so much more with the Gemini Venus because I looked it up and it's just like playful patterns and flowers. It's like wear flowers, and that's like all I crochet and all I want to make things out of. I just want to be a fucking walking garden, honestly. I was concerned about it at first, but the more I look into it, the more I'm excited about that change, and it just resonates so much more with me and with my style of things. So before, I kind of just felt like I was like, well, that Taurus doesn't really resonate with me. Like when I want to be earthy and things, then yeah, and like when I want to go hiking, I feel like I tend to dress more earthy just naturally, I think. But just in my everyday, I want to wear dresses. I literally one of the things that I wear the most is I have overalls that are just flowers, and they're my favorite thing ever to wear. So I think it just resonates so much more with me. But all that to say is I wanted to crochet like something Gemini Venus, and that's kind of what I've been doing. Is I've been doing like the flowers and being more out there with my designs, which is really nice because before I kind of just was like, oh well, let me just crochet a sweater with colors that I like and not really do anything that's too different. But at least with my last design, my cardigan that I just made, I feel like that was really cool, but it was like a different take on a popular crochet make that everybody was doing. So I thought I really want to do more things like that. So that's kind of the idea with this. I'll show you more in depth in a second, but kind of my idea is I want to have 3 different sizes of granny squares. So I want to have a giant size, and then a medium size, and then like a little tiny itty bitty size. And I'm going to be making a crochet button up, just a short sleeve. So it's gonna kind of just be like a cluster of different kind of granny squares. And I have these, this is the one I'm working on right now. If you can see it, I'll bring it closer to the camera, but it's this kind of cream color with a bunch of like pinks and yellows and greens, and it's just like a little confetti yarn. And I really wanted to get a bunch of yarns that felt like very Pisces colors to me. So that was one of them, and to me Pisces is very soft, but it's very dreamy, so I think it's very ethereal, and it's very, I'm a Pisces moon, so I feel like Pisces really resonates with me too. So that's another reason I'm super excited about this make. But it's very pinks, and it's very like pastels and very purpley and blue. Just what I imagine like being up in the clouds at like a really pretty sunset is like. That's kind of my vision with this make. And here's another yarn that I'm using for it. It's the Karen Simply Soft Speckle, but it's this like light pink mixed with these kind of magentas and a little bit neon pinks. So that's another one that I'm using. And then another one, I feel like these are all Karen brand. I could be wrong. Some of them are different weights too, is the thing, but I'll figure that out. I don't think it's that big of a deal. And then this is another one. It's got some whites in the other parts, so this is like another square. So they're all just gonna be a little bit different from each other, but I think they're all gonna go really well together. And then here's another one, just again, those like purples, those like light teals, a lot of white to accent it in. And then this one, I think this is so pretty. Really just going with like a sunset vibe, I think. Sunset meets water. I think that's perfectly Pisces, in my opinion. And here's another one. It's just a bunch of different blues with some white in it. Again, I think very Pisces, very water. I think those are all of the ones that I'm using. Yeah, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 different skeins that I'm doing, and they're all self-color changing. So that is my design idea. That's my goal for this project. I think it's gonna be so pretty. I'm already really excited. I have all of the giant squares made up, hopefully. I don't think I should need any more. I'm doing 2 giant ones each of each color. So that should be 10, and they're pretty big. That should take up a good majority. And like, just in comparison, is this a finished one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is a finished one. So yeah, just in comparison, it's gonna be just a bunch of different ones, and I'm gonna put them all together in different patterns and in different ways. So it's gonna be really colorful, but really more playful. And honestly too, I feel like it's kind of like what a Pisces Venus and a Gemini Venus love feels like. So I don't know. I think it's really cool. I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited about the whole like idea behind it. And I think it's gonna turn out really, really good. Not looking forward to crocheting them all together, but I think once it's done, it's gonna be incredible. So that's what we got going on. And I'll show you kind of more of the layout when I have it done. Okay, so I ran out of a bunch of my yarn. So we're at Michael's. I have a $5 coupon, so that's great. I just need, I think I'm gonna get 2 of each of the skeins again. Okay, just got out of Michael's. God, I miss Joann's. They just don't have the selection that Joann's had, and I could always find whatever I needed at Joann's, and it just feels like their shelves are always like empty. It's awful. Anyways, I found other things, but I didn't find anything of what I was previously working on, so we're just gonna pivot, I guess, on the design. But I did find these Loops and Threads Flex, which are really pretty actually, and they're really like vibrant colors with these little flecks of random fluff. So these are pretty. I feel very Pisces Venus. Here's this orangey one. It's kind of, the sun is kind of going crazy. This is like the first day of sun we've had in Washington, so it's going crazy today. But it's really nice for filming. Really nice for my mental health also, so you know, we can't complain. And then I have this like brighter pink. I feel like these are gonna go really well with what I'm already adding into the project, so we'll see. Stay tuned. And then this one was on sale. It was $7, so I picked it up and I was like, in the colorway, if I don't use it for this project, I'll use it for something else. It's really soft. It's Karen Funfetti Cakes. They had a bunch of these. I also had a shit ton of coupons, so I think there was like a 25% off a regular priced item and then 20% off your entire purchase. So, and then I had a $5 off coupon. So, and then I picked up this like really pretty, it's like a cornflower blue. I don't know what this colorway is called, but blue lapis. I see that. This is for me. This is not for Jordan's shirt, but I picked up 2 of them. I feel like I want to try and make like a spring top with them. Maybe kind of like backless. We'll see. But that's what we got them for. Anyways, wasn't exactly what I was hoping for, but I think those are so pretty. I think they can kind of work out. So we'll see. I don't know. My hopes are low right now, but well, I'll figure it out. I still have some of the other ones. I just don't have the thicker acrylic ones, which it's really only 2 of the, no, actually 3. I'm out of 3 of them. We'll figure it out. It'll be fine. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. Okay, so I didn't have a chance to finish filming kind of like the rest of the layout of the squares the other day, because I ended up having to go to Michael's and didn't find anything, so I just ran out of time. But I am on my lunch break currently, and I have all of the squares laid out, so I was just gonna show that off and kind of show like the actual vision of the project. So here's that. Please excuse this being in my car, but this is the best I've got right now. But this is pretty much what I was talking about, just having all of the different sizes of the squares being clustered together and just kind of all of the different colors mixed in, and just kind of bringing that like Pisces vibrancy. So just seeing it all laid out, I'm so excited. I think this looks beautiful. I think it's gonna look so pretty once it's all sewn together and once it, you know, is in the form of a shirt. And I'm probably gonna put, I went to this, we have a like craft thrift store in my hometown, and I got some like really pretty wooden buttons that have like some engravings on them, so I might put that on here. I just think it's gonna be really, really pretty, and I am obsessed. Disclaimer though, for anybody wondering if this project is actually for my husband, yes it is. His favorite color is pink, and he doesn't have a single bone of toxic masculinity in his body. So that's that. But yeah, we kind of came up with this project together when we found out that my Venus was actually in Gemini, and he was like, oh, well, my Venus is in Pisces, so like, how am I supposed to dress? And I was like, oh, well, you know, Pisces is very pinks and purples and beautiful sunset, soft ethereal vibes. And I was like, oh my God, it would be so pretty if I made you a sweater or like a over t-shirt button-up deal based on your Pisces Venus. I think that would be such a cool concept. I think that would be beautiful. And so that's kind of the whole backstory of coming up with that design. And he was like, oh my God, I would love that so much. So we're both really excited about it. And he's been seeing me crochet it, and he is like over the moon about it. He's really excited for it to be all finished. And yeah, that's just kind of how I came up with it and what I'm doing from here on out. Once the project's all finished and put together, I will make a video about it, probably just kind of showing how I put it together and kind of the finishing steps of it. But yeah, part 1 of making my Pisces Venus cardigan, oversized shirt. Yeah. But if you like videos like this and you want to see more of them, please subscribe down below. I would greatly appreciate that. And let me know down in the comments what you are currently working on, or if this inspired you to make some kind of zodiac clothing piece. So that's all I got for now, but thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.